everyone. Sorry that I will miss our live classes for a couple days, but I wanted to leave you a little bit of a recording with an explanation of what we are doing in social studies this week. So we are wrapping up our geography unit. So best way to wrap that up is just kind of put all those skills that we learned to use. So we are going to do a geography review project. And so when you log in to 1.5, instead of seeing the lesson A, B, C, D, you're just going to see one folder that says Geography Review Project. Once you click on there, there's 3 different compass links. They're going to kind of walk you through the project with a little bit of explanations, some resources you can use, and things like that. So you'll want to go to them and review the information so you can do your best on this project. For the project, you're going to open this file right here. Where do you want to go? Student Final. And this is going to be something you're probably going to be working on all week. You can sit down and do it in one day, but it's probably something you'll kind of want to do in little steps so you don't get too overwhelmed about it. So we're just talking about how in the book Around the World 80 Days, he said he could travel the world in 80 days. Well, it says it's the year 2010. We know it's not 2010, it's 2015. But you have been given 8 days to travel the United States. So you get to pull out that map of the United States and decide on 4 different states that you want to go to. Then you have to plan out your route and tell us some information about the places you would visit. Alright, our key questions: what is latitude, what is longitude, and what are the different states? So these are things you're kind of going to review before you put together this whole project. And they give you some little exercises to kind of break it down to help you think your way through this project. You can just do this in your notebook. You don't have to turn this part into me. So you'll just be doing this in your notebook, kind of brainstorming about where you want to go and those type of things. So first, this is what I already know about latitude and longitude, so you can kind of review what do you know about it. And then it asks what I want to know about latitude and longitude. So maybe you don't remember which is which, or you don't remember maybe which prime meridian goes to or which equator goes to. So you can kind of write those down, write questions that you want to be thinking of, and you can go into that compass lesson and review latitude and longitude, and hopefully it'll answer those questions for you. If not, you can use a dictionary or other books or even websites to try to help you find out what you didn't know. Alright, up here it says complete the learning activities. Those are the compass links that I provided in that folder. You want to think about 3 things a regular map has that makes it easier to read. We've gone over some of those things that they have on there for distance and directions and things like that. Don't want to give away too much, but think about those things. And want to complete the following chart. Again, you're doing this in your notebook, so if it's not a chart, if you just answer the questions, that's fine. How do the lines circle the Earth? How do the latitude lines? How do longitude lines circle the Earth? What is the distance between the lines? Distance between latitude, distance between longitude. Lines of latitude are also referred to as, and you'll fill that in or answer that in your notebook. What is the center line of latitude called? Where does it circle Earth? And how are lines of longitude and latitude measured? Again, if you are not sure of these, that is why there is the extra information. You can find it. Just go to the compass links. It kind of reviews those things that we went over earlier this year, a few weeks ago. Also want to answer what are the differences between the equator and prime meridian. Again, those are in there. We've gone over them too, so you might remember, but if not, you can review the information and help you fill that in. Here's a fun one where you Draw a diagram of the Earth labeling the following parts. You want to make sure you're labeling latitude, longitude, equator, northern hemisphere, southern hemisphere, and prime meridian. And I think since those are kind of fun to do little drawings, kind of maybe do it in a place in your notebook that maybe we can show our other classmates when we have a live class. We can show it on our webcam. So that might be kind of fun. You don't have to, because I know some people like me, I'm not very good at drawing, so I'd be like, I don't want to show my drawing. But it might be fun for some of you to show. Alright, then we get to the analysis part of the project. When is it important to know the latitude and longitude of a place? Well, it's going to be important for you to know the latitude and longitude of the 4 places you're going to visit for this project. But in general, why would it be important to know latitude and longitude of a place? How did life change for explorers once they discovered how to use latitude and longitude? I know we talked about before how they used to have to use the stars to travel. So how did it change once they discovered latitude and longitude? And would the latitude or longitude of a place ever change? So if you're making this project and you're like, okay, I'm going to go here, the latitude and longitude is this. When I grade this, is the latitude and longitude going to be different, or will it still be the same? So that's just something to think about to kind of answer that question. So after you've gone through those will probably be what you'll be working on for a couple days. Just kind of get through all that, process all that information. Then you're going to get to your final project. This is the part you are going to turn in. So I will have an assignment file that you can turn that in at. It's going to be however you find easiest to do it. So I'm not going to say it has to be a PowerPoint. On here it says PowerPoint, but if you just want to make a Google slide, or if you want to do a Word document, however it is easiest for you to do it, that's how I want you to put this information together. But you will submit the file to me, so it's not really something you can just open up and type in the comments of the assignment. You will want to save it as an actual file and upload it that way. Alright, so the directions for the final project. You're going to have 8 days to travel to 4 states of your choice. You must choose a city to visit in each state. You will record the latitude and longitude of each place you visit and figure out the distance traveled between each visit. At each destination, you will also gather some information about the place. This information will be used in your final PowerPoint presentation. Once you have collected all the information, prepare a PowerPoint presentation that outlines your trip. It should include latitude and longitude coordinates of the 4 cities that you choose in 4 different states. Remember, we're going to 4 states. Cities in those states. So you'll have 4 different cities in 4 different states. Visuals, pictures of each city, 3 facts about that city, population, climate, entertainment, etc. Doesn't have to be those 3 things, but those are 3 suggestions you could put. And you want a map of the United States that shows your starting and finishing point. You can use the internet resources that are in the Compass links if you want. You can use atlases, maps that you have at home. Whatever will help you, you are allowed to use. Again, it does say PowerPoint presentation, but it does not have to be. If you just want to kind of write it up in a Word document, that'll work. In a Google slide, a Google document. If you want to use PowerPoint, however it works for you, you just want to make sure that you have the stuff that's listed there. And there's also a rubric just to kind of help you. So you'll want to make sure right here where it says questions to ask yourself before your presentation. Well, that's before you hand it in. So you want to make sure you have all these things. Did I choose 4 cities to visit during my tour? So make sure you have 4 cities in 4 different states. Did I include at least 3 visuals for each of the 4 cities I chose? So 3 pictures of what's there, what it looks like, that type of thing. Did I include latitude and longitude of the 4 cities I chose? So you choose those 4 cities. going to want to know the latitude and longitude of where they are. Calculate the distance between each city. So if you're traveling from your home city to that first city, how far is that? And then when you go to your next city, how far is that? So you want to calculate those and put that in your presentation or document as well. Include 3 facts about each city. So you not only have the 3 visuals, but you also have 3 facts. The 3 facts could be under the visuals. They could go together, just as long as you have 3 facts and 3 pictures. Did I include a map to show my starting point, the places I traveled, and my finishing point? So a picture of probably the United States, depending on where all you're going, and then just kind of mark the 4 places, the 4 different cities in the 4 different states that you're going to go to. And finally, was my PowerPoint or document, like I said, it doesn't have to be PowerPoint, was the presentation clear, concise, and creative? Alright, so it's a little bit different than what we have been working on, but I know that every one of you can do it, and every one of you will do a great job, I have no doubt. Just make sure that when you do save the document, that you upload it when you're turning it into the assignment, because I've had a few people that have been submitting blank assignments, and I don't know if you just don't know how to attach it or if you thought it was attached, but just make sure when you click on the assignment button that there's an attach document button. You hit that and then attach the document so I can see all your hard work. Alright everyone, I will hopefully see you Wednesday. Check your course mail in case for some reason I have to do more testing. But for now, I plan on seeing you guys on Wednesday. Bye everybody.